That was rough. That was very rough. I don't know why it had its hard time playing that fucking that audio clip. That was the word I was looking for. But hey guys, how we doing today? I'm doing pretty swell. Thank you for asking. Had a solid day at work. lot of organizing and a lot of fucking cleaning. A lot of it. But it's alright. I mean, I got paid for it. I got paid for it, so can't really be mad. Cannot really be mad. But how's everybody else's day going thus far? I mean, for most of you guys, it's close to it. Well, not for most, for a lot of people, it's close to its end, right? Because time zones. I mean, for others, it's just fucking starting, Now is a bad time to decide to clean my desk. I just looked at it and I was like, if I move any cable a little too far in any direction, like shit's gonna hit the fan. And so I decided now would be a great time to, move shit and clean, which was clearly a mistake. I probably should have just done it sooner. But I'm so good at planning these things that of course I would do it now instead of, earlier like a normal person would. But how are we doing? How are we doing, guys? Are we doing good? So, after Monday's stream, I didn't stream yesterday. I was tired and my girlfriend was home, so I don't think I'm gonna start. I'm not gonna stream anymore on Tuesdays. Because my girlfriend doesn't coach on Tuesdays anymore, and I'd rather spend time with her than on stream. I hate to break it to you guys. So, man, I'm trying to remember how I had this. I think this is how I had it. Yeah, so I'm not gonna be streaming Tuesdays anymore. I might switch it to Fridays. I don't know yet. I might just keep it Monday, Wednesdays, and leave Tuesday completely open for whatever. Whatever I feel like doing. I should say not whatever, but whatever I feel like doing. But yeah, am I louder than my music? Yeah, I am louder than my music. Not by much, but I am louder. There you go. I think that's better. Yeah, how are we doing, guys? Live chat. There you go. I want to see the same thing you guys see. It always defaults to top chat. Some messages such as potential spam may not be visible in top chat, but if I do live chat, all messages are visible. I don't know why I would do top chat instead of live. I think live would be better. So I'm going to leave it there. And hopefully it doesn't switch every time I go live. But anyways, what I was saying before. So yesterday, while I wasn't streaming, I decided to buy an indie game on the Switch. I am gonna make my Switch an indie machine. I'm gonna call it the Indie Boy because that's what it's gonna be. And yeah, so I had a wish list on the Switch of a lot of indie games that I already had that I have on my wish list on Steam as well, right? And I was looking at all of them. I was like, shit, man, I don't know what the first indie game I'm gonna buy for the Switch Boy is. Of late, right? I used to buy indie games on it before when I didn't have a PC or a PlayStation. So this is like the next era of my Switch. I don't know. But yeah, so that's what I'm. I just noticed how much I really don't like that I wasn't in the center of the frame. Okay, that's better. What was I saying again? Yeah, new era of Switch ownership. And so I couldn't decide on the game, right? And since, like I was saying earlier, the reason I would buy indie games on the Switch is so my girlfriend could play them, I gave her the Switch and I was like, hey, choose one of the games from this wish list that you want to play. And she chose Ashen, which is like a really, really easy Dark Souls. Like an incredibly easy Dark Souls. Like I'm not, when I say easy Dark Souls, I mean like literal Dark Souls on easy mode. Let's see, new window. There we go. Yeah, so this game. And it doesn't run phenomenally on the Switch Lite, I must say. Am I surprised? No. Not at all. Most definitely not at all surprised. But that's fine. So, this is actually the part of the game that I'm at right now. I'm about to probably start this quest line because I just discovered her recently. So yeah, that's the game I got. I fucking love this Jokul guy. I'm assuming that's what his name is, unless his name changes from run to run, which I seriously doubt, but you know, games do that. But yeah, I got Ashton. And it doesn't run great on the Switch. And because it doesn't run great, there are a couple of issues. Mainly when enemies decide to render. And since the screen's already really small as is on the Switch Lite, and they don't render until they're relatively close, I don't have a lot of time to actually like prepare for an encounter. But I feel like I'll just get better at it. I've only died like, well, I've only legitimately died like maybe 3 times now. I've died to a bullshit. As in, like, my girlfriend was trying to talk to me, so I looked away from the game briefly, and since there isn't a pause, I got killed. Kind of bullshit. That's what I mean by bullshit. I've only been... so, that doesn't count in the kill count timer. The kill counter, I should say. I've only died, like, legitimately maybe 4 times, and it was really just trying to get used to the controls. And how the game works. Which, for a Souls-like, that's not a lot of deaths. That's a very small number. But I don't know how long the game is. So we will see how long the game is, and that will also play into whether or not it is a good game, I guess. I don't know. But as a Souls game, I think this should be the first Souls game anybody plays. Because it's stupid easy. Doesn't punish anybody for anything. It is a really easy game, like on God. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but on God, it's an easy game. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it being an easy game. I was afraid as soon as I opened up the game, I had it mistaken for another game. Oh, excuse me. I had it mistaken for another game, right? And because of that, I thought it was a totally different experience. I thought it was going to be different. I wasn't expecting a Souls game. But for a Souls game, I am telling you right now, this is not a difficult game. Far from. Very far from. It doesn't punish you for a whole lot yet. I went through one of the bosses already. I beat the first boss first try. I'm also not good at Dark Souls. Let me preface that. I'm bad at every Soulsborne game that's been released. Including Sekiro, that's part of the Soulsborne. I just don't know what we call it now. We can't call it Sekiro Soulsborne. Soulsborne is just easier to say. And I'm probably going to be ass at Elden Ring when that comes out. So yeah. I haven't beaten any Soulsborne game either. Let the record show. So I'm actually bad at Souls-likes. Well, I should say at Soulsborne. At Souls-likes, I've played a couple. Literally a couple. Resin being one of them. I don't know if any of you guys will know Resin. Resin wasn't ridiculously hard. Oh, excuse me. It just wasn't made super well. I'm gonna be completely honest. Yeah, Buddha, we get it. You're fucking good at video games, okay? You don't gotta flex on all of us like that, okay? Some of us aren't good at video games. Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought that maybe some of us just really cannot be good at video games? So Resident was a Soulsborne game that I played. Well, a Souls-like game. I played. It wasn't made super well, but that one also wasn't ridiculously hard. Hyper Light Drifter. Ooh, that game gives me PTSD. Not a game for me. I have a lot of gripes with the game. I understand why some people like it, but enough things weren't done well enough, especially for such a brutally hard game. And it's not even a fair hard, in my opinion. A lot of it's just kind of bullshit hard. More HP fam. Dude, I don't play the HP game, okay? I always go speed and dexterity and shit, okay? If I can't get hit, then I just won't die. That's my fucking play style. But Hyper Light I did not like. I beat it, though. It was not harder than Dark Souls or Bloodborne or Sekiro, though. It was easier than all of those. Dead Cells I like a lot. I've gotten to the second boss? Third boss. Second boss. I don't remember which boss I've gotten on Dead Cells, but I like Dead Cells a lot. Dead Cells is a fucking great Souls-like. Phenomenal 2D Souls-like. Oh my god. It was done so well. And now Ashen is the latest of my Souls-like experience. And yeah, I'm gonna need more time with the game to give you a complete review. I'll probably end up beating this game, though. Dead Cells is GOAT. 100% GOAT, dude. It's such a good fucking game. And I play it on the Switch. And honestly, it does not feel bad on the Switch. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. It feels really good on the Switch. And it genuinely surprises me. Especially since I don't use a D-pad on it. I use a joystick with that game. And it frustrates me that I'm pretty solid at using a joystick with that game. But what are you gonna do? Now, some news with the Switch. I'm not gonna get the 8-bit Do Lite controller that I was looking at on Monday, because I'm gonna need actual joysticks because of games like Ashen now, because that was the game that I bought. I love Dead Cells on Switch. Dude, it feels so good. It feels unnaturally good. Also, Buddha, DM me your friend code for your Switch so I can add you, so we can play games together. Because that's gonna start happening pretty soon. I'm probably gonna be buying like 80% of my indie titles specifically on the Switch from now on. So yeah, especially if they're co-op games, you and I need to play them together. Because yeah, Switch. So I might get the dongle. So I can play it with the SCUF controller. But there's a thing that I saw on the internet. YouTube.com. Done. Not this video, but a similar-esque video. So this guy, he loves his Switch. He plays his Switch literally over everything else, even over PC. He has a fucking killer-ass PC. He has a killer-ass PC, and he doesn't fucking use it to play games. He prefers the Switch. Don't know why, but you know, it's whatever. He lived in New York. He used to be fucking portable as all hell. So it makes sense. But where's the video that I want? I'm done using D-pads. This thing.
Probably.
He built this thing. Okay? Because he plays platformers pretty exclusively. Okay? I like it a lot. And it's also hot swappable, which is great. But I come to the same issue of not having a joystick when I need it. Cause on this motherfucker, right? On this motherfucker, let's say like you have so many inputs. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, like not including the sticks. Okay, I'm assuming I'm playing a game that does not require either of the sticks when I'm counting this. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 inputs. This D-pad, this little mechanism only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm missing a lot of inputs. Pro controller. I don't want to pay... Okay, if I'm going to pay $60 for a pro controller, I don't want it. I really don't. Because this is better than a pro controller. On fucking God, this is just better than a pro controller. Like, there's no legitimate reason for me to buy a pro controller. And for the same price, I could get this thing. That's the thing. For the same price, I could get this. I would still have to get the dongle to adapt it to the Switch, right, that I would be using for my controller anyways. But like I was talking about on Monday, I don't really like the PlayStation D-pad. I really don't. It's just not as good as Nintendo's. And that's the problem. It's not as good as Nintendo's. Okay? And the Joy-Con grip is fucking uncomfortable as all hell. And even then, Joy-Cons don't come with fucking D-pads. But it makes sense why. It does make sense. Okay? They couldn't have a D-pad on one of the Joy-Con because they needed to have the 4 input buttons, because if you hold them sideways, they need to be identical. So it makes sense why there isn't a D-pad. But that is unfortunate. Okay? Only the Switch Lite is currently the only Nintendo console out right now that fucking has a D-pad. So I have to resort to third-party items, which is why I was looking at, and I'll show you since you weren't here for it, the 8-bit do Lite. Images. I put a space where there shouldn't have been one. This thing. It replaces both of the thumbsticks with D-pads, but they still count as okay, but it's not a first-party D-pad, and so I'm still taking a gamble on something that is not Nintendo's D-pad. These are Nintendo D-pads, right? I'm 100% positive that 8-bit do actually bought the D-pads from Nintendo and fucking used them, which probably has some legality issues, because if I'm not mistaken, Nintendo's D-pads are patented. Hori. But I've never used it before. I don't want to spend money on a D-pad that I've never used and might not enjoy, because some people say the same thing about the fucking PlayStation 4 D-pad, and they're fucking wrong. I hate to break it to you. It's just not as good as Nintendo's, and same with the Xboxes. Anybody who says the Xbox has a good D-pad is just fucking wrong. It has never had a good D-pad. I am sorry. That is just that's fucking factual. Okay? But anyways, I was thinking about getting this sucker. Okay? But the ergonomics on it aren't fucking great because it's just fucking flat. It's literally just both Joy-Cons slapped together into a fucking tablet. Okay? And also the triggers, the bumpers, they're not ideal. They're not ideal. Okay? So that's why I was thinking this shitter, and I was gonna pull it up on Etsy just now. Right? Did he get it on Etsy? I thought he said in the video he got it off Etsy. He did get it off Etsy. Right? And here it is. Oh! Yeah, no, I saw that. I saw this D-pad actually. The same guy reviewed it, Wolfden. He said he liked it. He said he liked it, and so I'm gonna believe him because he's a stickler for fucking D-pads. But here's the problem, Buddha. Okay. And then second. That D-pad's still in the wrong spot. Because let me grab it real quick. Why did we oof? What happened? Did I stretch or something? Anyways, that was probably loud. That's not in the right spot. That is not in the right spot if you're playing on a D-pad specifically. You know? It's just not ideal. And because of that, I don't really want it. I like the PlayStation D-pad positioning. I just don't like this D-pad. So that's why I was leaning towards this. And it's fucking $120. Oh my god. Are you on meth? What are the cheapest switches that you have? You want $100 for that shit? Bitch, please. What do you even call this? What do you even call those? Oh, that's ugly. That's mildly practical, but ugly. Yeah, it's just... Why can't Nintendo be the leader in fucking making good controllers? Because they nailed the shit right the first fucking time. Now I gotta go through all of his fucking links in this YouTube video to figure out what the fuck this thing is called. Keychron? What's Keychron? What would even... Oh, this is his keyboard. And it's hot swappable. Okay, that's cool. I kind of wish I got a hot swappable keyboard, not gonna lie. Yeah, the mount's cool. Don't get me wrong. But the reason I'm getting the controller, whoops, is not so then I can hook it up to the Switch. It's so then when I put it into a capture card to get footage of the indie game, if I want to make a video on it or play it on stream, I have a controller. And so I don't actually have a use case for this. I understand its practicality. I understand its usefulness, but it's not for me. Even on the fucking Pro controller, the D-pad's in the wrong fucking spot. Huh? Yeah, the controller is specifically for me to capture footage on it, right? So like it's gonna be docked and in a capture card. What do you even call this? Where is the part of the video where he brings it out? Am I at that part?
2 years ago. I don't think I ever would have bought this thing for that much money, no matter how good it feels. You can make a similar controller like this yourself if you're crafty. There's a lot of great tools available, and there's some great custom options on Etsy. I took the whole keyboard controller idea a little too literally, and I got this thing, which is called the Fightboard MX from an Etsy.
Okay, he called it a keyboard controller. I spelled controller wrong. Lol, never have I seen someone so upset with the... Okay, but this is such a small use case scenario where I'm getting this frustrated about it. Because don't get me wrong, most games don't actually require a good D-pad placement or even a D-pad in general, okay? Most Most people can get away with a thumbstick, okay? But I grew up on the fucking Game Boy and the fucking DS, right? So like I'm used to platforming, and platforming really is the only indie games that I play a whole lot of. I'm used to the fucking precision of a D-pad. The joystick does not have the same precision, which is an issue. That is a legitimate issue to have, that it does not have the same precision. Amazon doesn't know what I actually want. Like that is an issue that only I will ever have, probably. And like people like Wolf Den who specifically like just target fucking platformer games, or games that just work better on a D-pad because they're 4-directional or 8-directional rather than 16. Okay, so precise, yes. Every D-pad is precise, right? This D-pad is equally as precise as Nintendo's, okay? It's just the feel of it that I don't care for, right? This gap, I don't care for a whole lot. It's not great, and it also, I don't know. It's just the gap. It's really the gap that bugs me the most. Nintendo's, another fucking D-pad that's fucking phenomenal. Give me a second. I hit the desk again. I'm sorry. The BitBoys D-pad. The BitBoys D-pad. Oh my god. I'm pretty sure they ripped this straight out of a Super Nintendo controller. It feels so good. Convince me that I won't take my pants off. I mean, wait. That doesn't make sense, Ricky. That sentence doesn't work. Go back to school and relearn English, because that didn't make a whole lot of sense. Hate to break it to you. But anyways, like, this D-pad feels fucking phenomenal, okay? But again, it still has, like you were saying, it still has the same level of precision as this one. What's different is really just the comfort of usage, okay? And I like it more than I like the PlayStations. Again, the PlayStations I'm not saying that it doesn't work. It's just not as comfortable, okay? Control C. Control V. Keyboard controller is not what it's actually called.
It's a user called Think. At first glance, it just looks like a keyboard that only has enough keys to...
Let me break it to you. Pants off, convinced. You want me to convince you to take your pants off? I don't have to. They're probably already off, Ricky. We all know you don't wear pants, just like Buddha.
But the best part about this is that it actually registers as an Xbox 360 controller, which means most emulators pick it up immediately. And with an adapter like the Mayflash, you can plug it right into a Nintendo Switch and it just works. My only problem is that at the time when I purchased this, it was only available with Gateron clear switches on the inside. Now, this is the part of the video where we get really deep into custom keyboard nerdom. There are all different types of switches that you can get for...
I don't know what to call this thing. Due to the pandemic, I removed all countries outside of the US from my shipping. What do I call this? Yeah, you rarely have them on, Buddha. It's like it's a miracle when they are on. But what do I call this? Just thing sung out? That doesn't make sense, Ricky. Again, you might want to go back to school. But what do I call this? Like a 10% keyboard? Does that exist? Percent keyboard? There's no way there's only this one Etsy person that fucking makes this. There's just no fucking way. This has to have a name. Right? Why do I look out of focus? Am I actually out of focus? I was out of focus that whole time. Wow. What do I call this? Okay, let's call it a keyboard fight board. I don't want this brand. This is fucking expensive. Nope. Or do I just have to like I don't want to physically plug in my keyboard into it. Fightboard MX? What is this? You see, I don't want this one though. I want somebody else's. Because this is fucking marked up the yin yang. Like, why is this $120? Why is this the same price as my current keyboard? Why is this so expensive? I don't understand why this is so expensive. See, this guy also wants fucking $100. He's just reselling it. A slimline keyboard? Is that what I'm looking for? There's nothing slimline about that. Okay, you know what? You know who would have information on something like this? Mechanicalkeyboards.com would. Mechanical keyboards. Free bonus items. Keyboards by size. Okay, non-standard size keyboards, I guess. They don't... Oh my god, they might not have it either. No fucking way. There is literally no way. There is no fucking way there is one person on planet Earth that fucking does this. I'm so sorry. What?
Custom keyboards. And Gateron Clears are probably the least clicky, most mushy feeling switches that you can get from the company Gateron. Luckily, this thing is insanely customizable. It didn't sound anything like that before. It didn't look anything like this before I got my grubby hands on it. It's raised pretty high, so it's not kind to your wrists. My solution to that was slapping a fog plushie under it as a wrist rest. Overall, for a mostly 3D printed device that was made by some guy, this thing is pretty damn great. It was $85 when I purchased it, and at the time of writing, it is currently unavailable, and it's not even listed on the shop anymore. So I think I got the very last one. I'm very sorry about that. I also did a lot of customizations to it myself, so I think all of the customizations totaled to around $60. But this was available at one time with no switches in it at all, so that would have been a better option for you to customize it yourself. I just didn't want to wait, and I wanted to hurry up and
How
make
much
this
is
video
just
already.
a printed
and
shell?
like you saw, popping the switches in is no problem at all. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been doing it. But I still think we can get more practical. So for you at home, maybe the most practical thing to do is to just use the keyboard you already have. There's a guy who goes by Ness.
I don't even know anymore. I don't even know anymore. Maybe it was a mistake to buy games on the Switch now that I'm actually Hi guys. How are we doing today? Holy fuck, that makes me so frustrated. I spent all this time fucking looking for something that doesn't exist. Maybe instead of spending $120 on a fucking keyboard, I should just buy keycaps, huh? Oh wow, these are actually really nice caps. Why are these caps so good? That's spacebar though. Is that Pretty Jesus? I don't know who Pretty Jesus is. But that fucking spacebar, dude. Oh, you're talking about Wolfden. No, that's Wolfden. He's a YouTuber that does primarily Switch content. I'm actually kind of in love with this website right now. I like this website more than I should. Those are really cool. And these are all very reasonably priced. Which is kind of frustrating compared to mechanical keyboards prices. I like that enter button a lot. I like that a lot. I like that keycap more than I should. Heh. Customized module splicing. Seems cool. Don't really know why. It's a fucking 3080 fucking enter keycap. Oh my god. For $36 too? That's such a good deal. Man, I am gonna save this website as soon as I go back to the homepage. Oh, that's fucking cool too. Oh, and the RGB still goes through. Okay, this is kind of incredible. Ooh. For $29? Wait, $29 each or $29 for the set? No way this is $29 for all of them. No fucking way. What are these prices? Oh, they sell switches here too. Oh. Too bad my keyboard isn't hot swappable. Oh, they sell all the components to make a custom keyboard. Mm. 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 Sorry, I had to pop off my keycap to make sure it wasn't black, and it's not because it's an RGB key. People buy switches that aren't RGB compatible? What? Why the fuck would anybody do that? Do you not love RGB enough? EC keycaps? Let's go to switches. Let's see how many switches they have. Mm-hmm. Yes. Lots. Lots of switches. Lots of switches. Hmm. Yes. 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 I know all of the. I don't know any of these switches, except for some of the Gatorons and obviously the MX switches. Hmm. Mechanical keyboard, low profile switches, KL PCB socket. I'm treading into a very dangerous hobby with keyboards, and I know it. Let the record show. I know how dangerously expensive this is going to be. This is more expensive than Hammerfall? What's it called? Hammerfall. Hammer War. Warhammer. Warhammer. Hammerfall's place in Tamriel in the Elder Scrolls universe. Warhammer is the hobby I was thinking of that's significantly cheaper than this. Keycaps, cherry. Wow. There's still a lot. 6 pages. Wow. Okay. Ink painting? What is this? How many keys does mine have? I don't know why I thought I should count that. I could just look this up. How many? Ducky, Mecha, Mini, Specs. %60%. How many keys is 60%? Specifications. Well, that's sweet. Custom optimized comfortability, and it literally has one leg. Oh my god. Detachable USB-C. Man, these are not features. I hate to break it to you guys. How do I know if I can switch out the keys? I don't know why I'm worried about the keys. I wanted to know how many fucking keys it has, so I don't have to count it. But by the time I find this, I probably could have counted them and found out. Imagine this whole keyboard for probably the same switches as that godforsaken little fight stick thing cost the same amount. What? Overview. Features. I didn't get the year of the rat or ox spacebars. Okay, it's 60%. So, is this a full size? Right? Would that be a full size keyboard? Mechanical keyboards. Is the 100 and whatever it is 100%? Okay, 80% is 10 keyless. Okay. So 122. Oh, there's my phone. It's over here charging. Man, I can't believe I'm doing fucking math on stream to figure out what the fuck keyboard switches, how many switches I fucking need. Can you believe it? It's the difference between those two keys that I don't know. 122 times 0.6. It says 73 keys. Fuck. 1, 2, 3. 40, 42, 44, 48, 50, 54, 56, 58, 60, 62. What? 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 I'm assuming it's 61 then. $49 for this whole set? That's not actually bad at all. Too bad it doesn't support RGB, but it's not an ugly keyboard. So I guess I need 61/62 keys. I don't fucking know. I can't math apparently. These keys are so pretty. Oh. Oh, these are a mood. 2,600 people are on the wait list. Oh my god. I mean, I don't blame them. I'm gonna be completely frank. These are badass fucking keycaps. They look really good. I'd be getting this set right here, I think. That is actually really nice. Where's my old escape key? Okay, I just needed to check something. That's really pretty. $34 is not bad at all. I love this space bar. I love these space bars. Oh, there's 3 of them. All 3 of them look so good. Oh. How can anybody not want one of those space bars? I like these Famicom colors. Okay. I'm gonna go to the homepage. I'm gonna save this because I like this website a lot. As a bookmark. Done. Ugh. that was an experience and a half. Okay. Here's another website dedicated to keycaps. Oh no, I think I stepped onto a dangerous part of the keyboard world. Oh no. Yes. Okay, block. Why do you keep wanting to send me notifications so bad? Okay, this website freaks me out a little bit now. Reminds me of like fucking Big Five's website, which is not a good thing. What's up, cat? Why are you touching me? What do you want? Don't play with my cable. That's my cable. I'm not nearly as impressed with this website anymore. This website is becoming more and more disappointing. I'm over it. Keycaps, the key company. $100 for keycaps? 115? Okay, here we go. That's more reasonably priced. That's it? That's all you have? Well, that was disappointing. Incredibly disappointing. Holy crap. Keycaps.com. Neither of those were YouTube safe. I need to be careful on this website, apparently. Maybe I'll do this website on my own time, because apparently this is not YouTube safe. That's cool. Okay, you know what? I'm done. I'm done looking at keycaps. I'm gonna fucking get lost. I'll never get back out of it. I'll get sucked into it permanently. Oh. Okay, what do we want to do? You know, do we really need to do anything else? I could end this stream pretty early. I normally go for an hour and a half. How long do I normally go on for? Like an hour and a half? 3 hours? I don't remember how long I normally go on for. But I'm pretty satisfied with an hour. I'm gonna be completely honest. We had a good time. Talking about keycaps, talking about switches, talking about D-pads, controllers. I had a good time. I appreciate it, guys. So please come back next time. I'll be waiting for you guys in this very chair. I'll probably be online again Monday. Monday for sure. Tuesday I'll figure that out later. On Monday I'll let you guys know if I'm gonna be live Tuesday or not. But yeah, thank you guys for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Please hit subscribe to see more content. I'm going to be releasing a podcast pretty soon. Link to that podcast down below for Spotify at least. You could also look at pre-viral podcast, pre-viral podcast on any podcasting platform, and I will be there. So yeah, thank you guys for the support. Follow me on Twitter for more daily random updates and thoughts and content. But yeah, thank you guys. Really do appreciate it. Catch you guys on the flip side. Ciao.